laid down, and I got up about 15 minutes before we started messing around getting on here. The rough day today.
Yes, but it was a busy day.
I'm happy to be here.
Sure. All right, you want to say hi to everybody?
Sure. What's up? We got Electric Whittler and Ray and Sandy. What's up? Rhinestone Suzanne, Miss Francis Beeden Crazy, Woodchucker Caleb, June's House of Crafts, Dad, Michael S, Mayock Scorpion, Moyock Scorpion. I don't know. Artsy Doodles, Tim List. What is up, Tim? Let's see who else. Johnny's Lathe Craft, Electric Whittler, Spike Willow, 4552. I seen another. What was that other name I seen in there? Dang it, I can't find it now. The name I don't see very often.
Boring Guy DIY.
There you go, Boring Guy. That's what I was trying to think of. What's up, Boring Guy?
He was only our guest last week.
Nuh-uh, not that guy.
Yeah, yes, he was.
Michael
and Pops, how you guys doing? All right.
Yeah, I think I got everybody. Sorry. Oh, Runic. There's Runic. Johnny. I've seen Johnny. Try not to miss anybody. Cool. If I missed you, it's because chat's going freaking crazy.
Yeah, I love that. So stick around because later on tonight, I'm going to be making an announcement. Monday at 7 o'clock, our normal time, we are going to do a special live. So stick around. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but just know there's a live coming Monday and will not want to miss this. And if you miss it, you're going to want to watch the replay. So keep that in mind. Monday, 7 o'clock, the 12th. This Monday coming up, we have a special live, and you guys are going to enjoy it. Hobo Hideaway, thank you for being here. Plywood, thank you for being here.
That's a new name for me. Yeah.
Miss Francis, if Rusty didn't say your name, hello, and Artsy Doodles. How you guys doing tonight? All right. So we have a guest backstage that most of you guys already know, and that's cool because he's an awesome guy. And actually, once I got to see him backstage, I realized he's a lot prettier than I thought he was going to be. So you don't get a chance. You don't get a chance to see him on screen very often, if ever.
I thought he was actually going to look like his sticker, like the picture that was on. Like I was expecting that guy.
Yeah, and because you only see his hands, I was expecting just Thing to be there, be like, but anyways, so we'll introduce him. Please welcome the happiest, grumpiest person in the world, Tim from Grumpy's Laidback Carvings.
Everybody, thank you.
Whatever.
How's everybody doing tonight?
I mean, look, isn't he pretty, you guys? And look at that beard. He has a beard that will match anybody's.
Oh yeah, the beard game is strong with this guy.
Oh, we love you, Grumpy. Look at that. Grumpy's got like heart eyes, faces going on. We love you, Grumpy. Man, Rusty steals the show most nights. I think tonight Grumpy's going to be stealing the show.
Yeah, he's stealing it.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Hey,
so a little bit about Grumpy's channel. As you guys know, he does a lot of wood turning on small objects and does really good. He does some pyrography and some painting. If you have not seen Grumpy's channel for whatever reason, his link is pinned at the top of the comments. Please go give him a like and a subscribe and leave some comments so your subscription sticks. Grumpy, I'm going to turn it over to you. You want to tell everybody about your channel?
Yeah. Let's see.
Dang, I didn't know you had a t-shirt. I want a t-shirt, man. What the heck?
Yeah,
Where do I get
don't
it?
have merch, but I did get a t-shirt made through Sticker Mule off of my sticker.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's the only one I got. I wear it when I go through the events, but yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute, I guess. But no,
Cool.
I started my channel about a year ago. Y'all might not realize it, but I do have some massive social anxiety, butt ton of insecurities and stuff like that. So
I'm right there with you, brother.
I've always done my carving and stuff, I guess. And but a friend of mine kept pushing me. He says, you need to start a channel. You know, ain't nobody wants to watch my stuff. And then y'all know with my channel, 90% of it is roach clips for the medical marijuana stuff that I mess with, you know. But so
Yeah.
it's like I didn't feel that I would get much of an audience with just that as my content. But it surprised me. I got a better response to it than I thought I would. And then just joining in everybody, because I've been in a lot of the wood carving communities and Facebook pages or YouTube pages before I started a channel, you know. And then it's just I finally, you know, took everybody else's doings and it's, well, I can do this, you know. And so I tried it. It's doing pretty good. And like I said, I started it mainly I sat here and doom scrolled constantly, you know. And so it's like I wasn't getting anything done. I wasn't making any roach clips or nothing like that. It's like, okay, well, I'll start a channel because then that'll hold me accountable, you know, get me out of my head, you know, make me start doing stuff and get a little more active again, you know. And so yeah, that worked, you know. And then it seems to all be kind of moving forward from there. The momentum with the channel picked up when I started doing a few lives, and it's like I got the bug for the lives. And it's like I'll start, you know, and think I'm only going to be on for an hour or something. I end up running 4 or 5 hours just babbling most of the time. But
isn't that crazy? It's like when you first start doing lives, you're like, all right, there's no way I'm going to be able to talk for an hour, or I'm not going to be able to do this, or I'm not going to be able to do that. And then, like you said, an hour and a half's gone, 2 hours, 3 hours. That's awesome.
I think a lot of it's my nerves. I'm still so nervous, and then I start babbling, and it's almost like a light switch. Once you flip it on, it's hard to flip it off.
Yep.
Can you guys hear me now and see me now? I had to switch internet.
Yeah, it's perfect now.
Did you hear any of the opening that I had?
Yeah, a little bit of it.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
Not too bad.
Okay. So Grumpy, are you ready for some questions? You want to answer some questions tonight?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, Rusty, do you have any that you want to ask, or do you want me to ask them?
You go.
All right.
I'll get some.
I'm going to ask you a future question. I know that a lot of the times when you're wood turning and stuff, and you're doing your pyography, right, where you do the wood burning, is there a future project that you have in mind that you would like to do that might not be necessarily the clips that you turn? Is there something else that you're interested in maybe turning in the future?
Oh yeah, I definitely want to expand all my wood turning. Basically, I guess with my clips, I'm stuck on, I guess, what, spindle. I do a lot of spindle work is what you would call it. And that can incorporate into pins and my clips. And I make my own blanks for my clips with the epoxy and everything. And those will transfer right over to a pin blank with no problem. Matter of fact is I've slowly been gathering the tools I need to do pins. I have everything now except for a decent chuck to hold my pin blanks once I start. But yeah, that's the next little little Amazon purchase, I guess. But yeah,
Nice.
that's one thing I'm wanting to transfer into doing pins, you know, and that'll add to my I guess to the work that I can sell. And then after that, I definitely want to upgrade my lathe, you know, and start doing bigger stuff. I want to do the bowls and stuff like what Heidi and William do on the
Yeah.
shops, but
Yeah.
it's just my lathe is just it's not really a mini, but it's barely a midi. It's still a baby lathe. It can go it says 8-inch swing by 12-inch on the length, and that's just the 8-inch around. If I put a log on there or a piece of wood 8 inches, that's it's really stressing the motor. And so I need to upgrade it before I burn it out again. As I've already burnt the motor once trying to do larger pieces.
Yeah.
This would be about the largest I've done, and this is a piece of pecan, so it's real dense and heavy. And I started hollowing it out a little bit on the lathe, and there we go, doing that piece, I burnt the motor up. And so once I replace my motor, I don't do anything much bigger than my clips anymore. I did do Amy M had a spoon challenge, and I did that. Let's see, I can switch cameras for that. It'll pick up better. But I did the spoon challenge. There we go. I did this out of oak on the lathe. I spun it down to shape, and then I just went through and cut the top off right there, and then just
That's
hollowed it
gorgeous,
out
dude. I
with
like
my
that.
Dremel.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
it's a piece of oak that I got from Mr. Ray from Ray and Sandy's Woodworking. He sent me a small box of oak a while back, and I made a few roach clips out of it, and then I did that, and then I spun this one this morning on my live to make another scoop, because that's going to be like a coffee scoop.
Yeah.
And then this one I did the same thing. I've cut it already. I just have to go back through and take my Dremel, and I use the 4300 and then the little cut saw burr, and then just I'll hollow it out that way. As I don't have a lot of wood turners will grab it in their chucks on their lathes and have it spin and hollow it out that way. And I don't have the proper chuck or a big enough chuck to hold it like that. So
Right. So an idea for you, and I've asked a couple of people, and I don't know how hard this is going to be, but if you didn't know, there's a store here in town where I have my wood spirits and some of my carvings up for sale. And the last set of a shelf that I made, they ordered a couple shelves, but they also asked me if I knew anybody that knew how to turn crochet needles, sewing needles, knitting needles. I can't remember exactly what they're, but for like yarn.
yeah, I can see what you're talking about.
So I'm thinking with the setup that you have, if it can do pens and it does your clips very well, you know, what do you think the chances are of you being able to look into maybe making some crochet needles? That might be another avenue.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's so many different kits and everything that you can buy too for the lathe. You can go to like Turner's Warehouse and just Penn State, the different companies, and you can go through and Google, or I mean, go through and order crochet kits to where it's almost like the ink pens. You'll turn a blank or whatever, and then just insert the hardware, and you have the little crochet needle coming out the end of it to where it'll still be like aluminum or whatnot. And then like you said, you can turn them, I guess, spindle shape. You know, I would have to look at the needle itself and just spin it, you know, kind of like a drumstick, you know, come down and then have the end kind of flare out, and then take a tool maybe and kind of carve a notch, you know, so it could hold the thread.
Right.
Just thinking off that, just spitballing, it would be possible, I'm sure.
Nice. And I want to say hi to Timber Designs. First time I've seen you, or I haven't seen you in the chat in a while, but I just made you a moderator. Thank you for being here. So awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, something to look into. And I know Chase had mentioned in chat, it looked like that he has done some crochet needles and stuff and hairpins. So maybe, you know, it's something you could check him out on. John, thank you for being here. Hello, John.
Runic just turned some out of the kits that I was talking about on his channel not long ago.
Okay.
Huh.
Awesome.
I would have never thought about crochet needles ever.
So yeah, they asked because they're really looking to keep towards the handmade items, and they don't want like big box store stuff. So they had asked if I knew anybody that knew how to turn wooden crochet needles, because they don't want plastic. They don't want to sell plastic. The thing
Yeah.
is, trying to do it at such a price to where, you know, if you send me some to give to them, obviously you're making the cut, but it's got to have enough room for them to make some money too. So I don't even know if it's worth it to batch it out. I don't know how hard it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, for sure. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Suzanne just asked if Runic turns crochet needles.
Yeah, he did some for his wife, I believe it was. I think it was a birthday gift that he was doing them for. But it was a little kit that he got through some of the wood turning suppliers, and
Baron the boss lady's in there. So hey Baron the boss lady. Awesome. Grumpy, are you staying off camera?
No, I can go back on camera.
All right, cool. It's helping me because when I freeze up, just looking at your block, your circle block there, I don't know if I'm froze up or not. So
yeah, right there you go.
What did I get? Did I get what, Joseph? I don't know, man. I think I did.
Gerald Romine is in chat.
What's up, Gerald? I did get my mini me from Tim. He I meant to. I haven't done a video on it yet. Judy's got it somewhere. But yeah, so Tim also made a mini me. It's a mini me. It's about that big.
Awesome.
Pretty dang good.
So I want to say hi to Matt Carves. Thank you for being here, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Awesome. All right.
Thank you.
Well, let's get another question ready for Grumpy, because I don't want him to get bored.
No, go ahead.
I know you don't do a lot of videos. Mainly you do lives. When it comes down to planning, what kind of thoughts do you put into live? Like, you know, I'm going to do this today, or I'm going to do that today, or do you pretty much just know, you know, I'm going to go down and I'm going to turn a clip, or I'm going to do this, do that? You know, do you put any planning into it?
Not right now. I mean, I tried to at first, and then it's just I have what I need to do is slow down on the lives. I try to go live every morning, and then by doing that, I run out of projects, I guess. But I try to do little projects that are going to be quick and easy. I started where I was trying to turn my roach clip during a live, and then move from the turning down into the box, hand tying it and everything, and tried to get all that done within a live. And then once I started running out of my blanks that I had prepared, I kind of, basically, I guess when the dust collector went down on me, that kind of threw me off my rhythm a little bit. And that's when I went to doing the pyrography and everything, because I can't, I have a little bit of COPD, and so I can't really do a lot of dust in here without trying to collect it, because I stay out here. It's just, my computer's out here, just everything's right here in a little one-car garage, you know. So once the dust collector died, I went to doing more pyrography and whatnot, and then I had a little bit of an idea for a little bit, but then I started squirreling out, running out of ideas. So I would come out here last minute, so, ooh, I can turn that clip, or ooh, I can do this, and then just go for it. Or then the other morning, half my live was just me babbling, labeling my new mica powders that I got.
Yeah, those powders are cool. One thing I know I wanted to ask you, and Rusty, you can ask him something after this if you want.
Yep.
And you tried explaining it to me, or explaining it on the live, but I was watching your live one day to where you were electrocuting the wood And in that process, it was burning a pattern onto the wood. What is that called?
Lichtenberg burning.
Lichtenberg burning. Okay. And do you feel like explaining that process? Because that was actually really cool.
I can.
It was like,
yeah, I can. You just, for one, please nobody do this stupid stuff at home. If you do, you're doing it on your own accord, because this is very dangerous. There's been a handful of people that's unalived themselves doing this mess, so just be careful.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a joke. But that's the Lichtenberg pattern right there. Let's see. Oof, my machine is buried right now. I keep it put up because I don't want my grandkids having no possibilities of even thinking they can plug it up and play with it. Because, like I said, it's a no joke. You make a mistake with that, and it's a one and done.
Yeah.
It's too much power. Its voltage is not that high, but it runs through those transformers, and it jacks that amperage through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching it, and the way it was like little bits of lightning going across the wood.
Yeah, for sure.
And just burning it. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm not gonna turn it on and do it. I don't have anything ready, but this is basically the leads off the machine. Okay, and it plugs in. Then there's a foot pedal that's plugged into that, so I'm not touching anything. I don't even hold these when I do it. I put them in place. I get away from my table. That I got a little rhythm, system that I unplug, turning on, turning off, hitting foot pedal. That way I'm talking myself through a checklist, so I'm not reaching up here grabbing something when I do hit that foot pedal or something, because like I said, one and done. But you got to take your wood's not going to do anything by itself. You have to get a baking soda and water solution, or they say borax powder and water, because it's making like an electrolyte, and you have to pretty much paint the wood with that so the wood will become conductive. And you got to get the mixture just right. If you have it too wet, it won't burn good. If it's not wet enough, it won't burn good. And then your mixture with the baking soda, there's some recipes for it, but it's, I guess, all to how you really, to your preferences to once you play with it. But I'll take this is the setup I have. Most people, they do them with a microwave transformer, and those are really dangerous because the amps just get real high. The setup I use is a fluorescent light transformer, so it's not as strong, but it's still just as dangerous. But it doesn't. This is about as big as the trenches and the patterns you're going to get with the fluorescent pattern or the fluorescent setup. The microwave transformer, you see the big wall art where it burns, gaps a half inch to an inch wide, an inch deep in the wood. Something that strong would burn right through my sticks. So I had to go with something weaker. If you had something that big and you had a variac hook to it, you could control the wattage going through, which would control, how intense the pattern is going to be. But I went with that little setup there because, one, it scares the mess out of me. I respect the heck out of electricity. That's why I don't play with it.
So I've got to say, chat. Thank you very much. You guys are going so fast in this chat. I can't highlight any comments, but I do want to say one thing, and I think this was aimed towards you or a joke, but Woodchucker goes, it's kind of like a defibrillator. You've got to say clear before you hit the on button.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But I've got to tell you, it's pretty interesting. Any type of woodworking where you need jumper cables to do it, that's pretty cool.
Right.
That's pretty cool. I just got to say.
Hey, old Path, what's up, buddy?
Old Path, how you doing? Ray and Sandy, did we say hi to you yet?
Yeah, we said
it is a pretty neat setup and all, but let's see. Here's
Miss Natalie.
Like that's a roach clip I haven't finished, but it's got the pattern burnt into it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I have a bunch that I've done up that I still have to clean. I've done them on some of my lives, but I still have to go through and finish them and then put the clips to them. But
Oh
this is
wow,
what I do with them.
nice.
Hold on. You ain't seen nothing yet. Hold on now.
Holy
Yep,
cow.
I'm gonna say hi to Poor Resin with love.
Oh,
Oh, that is cool.
look at
Right?
that.
Look
That's
at that.
Grumpy's gift. If it's epoxy, it's gonna glow.
So now, do you have to put anything in that epoxy to make it glow, or is it just the epoxy? I don't use epoxy a lot, so I don't know.
You can order, I think, UV epoxy that has the different colors in it. I think some of it will even come that glows already, but I use glow pigments and just mix with my resin. With these, I don't have any name brand. I got this little cheap off of Amazon, just UV epoxy, and I'll take that and my little paint palette. I'll put a little bit in here and then just whatever colors I'm using. I have a few different pigments that glow, but these are the most intense. And I'll put, a little bit of the UV resin in there and then put a couple of scoops of powder and mix it up. And then I take a toothpick and I'll kind of like I'm doing a tattoo or something almost. I'll dot the toothpick in the resin and I'll just bring it over the piece and just drag it over the little trench. And it almost is like an ink pen or something. It kind of grabs it and pulls the resin into the groove. And I'll spread it around real easy like that. And then I have to go back and sand this back down because when you wet it with the solution to make it to where you can burn it, the wet wood kind of fluffs up a little bit, so it gets a little porous and kind of rough. So after I burn it and clean it and then fill it, I got to go back and that's why I still have the little pieces on here, because I'll put them back on the lathe and sand back over this, and then I'll cut it off and add my clips to it.
Yeah.
So do you just out of curiosity, do you link any of that stuff to your videos so people can go back and order it if they want? Because I know there's a couple people in chat saying they want to try that. Do you link that to your lives and everything, or you should?
There's in my description. In my description, I just put in there, if anybody's interested in my art, they can send me an email. That's as much as I do with it.
And what about the resin and the pigment for the glow in the dark? Do you link any of that?
Oh no. I haven't gotten that intense into doing my descriptions or anything yet. Okay. I figured if I didn't know, kind of new to it all, so I didn't figure I would get into that aspect of it unless I got to where I was doing, I guess, the affiliate links or whatever they call it. I don't know. Yeah. It's never dawned on me to do that, to be honest.
Contact Amazon.
So is there any particular wood species that that you want to work with, or do you just work with oak and
any of it? I'll work with anything. That's right now basically anything that I can get my hands on that's dry. All these right here are just pretty much common dowel rods that I'll go to Walmart or go to one of the box stores and go check what they got, and if it's got some nice grain to it or something, because that's what I look at. When I go to buy them, I'll look to see how tight the grain is on the end, because if it's real wide grain, then I'm afraid it'll be too fragile, when it's turned down real small. So I look for something that's going to have a little integrity to it. And then I had a subscriber send me a box of exotic dowel rods that I've just started turning on, and those are pretty cool. I've only messed with the maple out of that so far. This right here, this is a piece of maple that came out of that, but
that's beautiful.
Yeah, I liked it. It's and let's see, where's the box? It was an amazing. It's like I got a package one day and I'm like, what is this? Who is this from? Yeah, and I got to looking in it. Yeah.
Okay, hold on, Grumpy. So
I got an answer.
Okay, give him an answer.
They call a roach clip because potholder was already taken.
There you go.
So
But it's a whole
So
box.
the roach clip is when you have a medical card.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're able to get medication that you would smoke with a medical card. And once that medication gets down to such a small
You don't want it.
spot,
Let's see.
kind of like a roach, you would put it on that clip to continue smoking your medication.
Correct. There you go. You could call it like a cigarette holder or something like that. Is because that's what it is. Is I won't show the whole cigarette, but you grab it right there and it holds it. That way you're not burning your fingers. Ladies with the acrylic fingernails and everything, when you go to holding them and they start getting smaller, it's gonna start burning those fingernails up or something, so they can hold it like that. And then yeah, pretty much like that. There's other ways of even doing it, but a lot of people nowadays, it's funny is because when people come up and see me set up and selling them, they're like, man, I haven't seen one of those in years. And it's like the newer generation really don't know what they are, because all the pre-rolls these days have the little cardboard tips on the end of them. So they're like, well, you don't need that no more. But you do.
Moyak summed it up. Devil's lettuce. Yes, that would be the best explanation right there. The devil's lettuce. And you know what? When I was younger, I've had many burnt fingers from those darn cigarettes and but that was 30 years ago. 30 years ago.
Well, see, okay. Part of grumpy, why grumpy's so grumpy, is I battle chronic pain. I got a blowed out back. I had a discectomy done in my lower back, degenerative disc disease real bad, and then got my neck fused. 3, 4, and 5 is fused in my neck. So I don't do the pharmaceuticals anymore. That's what kind of created grumpy. The doctors had me on just a roller coaster of meds, and I was just taking it, like a crazy person by the fistful, and it just wasn't no good for me. Once I got away from all that, that's when I started becoming a whole different person. Everybody laughs and says, well, you're not that grumpy. I said, well, I am, but I'm not. And nobody really knows the original grumpy, because that guy ain't here anymore. I've changed my ways once I got away from the pharmaceuticals. And then I've always self-medicated. And then once my state went medical and went legal, I got my medical card, and that's it. I have not looked back. When I had my neck fusion, I almost had to go back to the hospital because I was refusing to take the muscle relaxers and the pain pills when I first got home, and my blood pressure was going through the roof. The wife called the doctors and stuff, and they said I have to take that stuff for a few days because my body had to adjust to the hardware, and so I took about a half a month's worth, and then that was it. I haven't took any more. I don't even take an aspirin or a Tylenol anymore because it's just the pharmaceuticals had me that loopy, and that I guess added so many mood swings and stuff on my attitude and whatnot. So
I made sure ads were turned off, everybody. Sorry about that. They were supposed to go every half hour, not to where one person was getting 3 ads. So ads are turned off.
Yeah, that's why
Sorry
I'm
about that.
420.
But just to let you know, ads are turned off. Yeah, hit that like button, everybody. And Big Dog Woodworking, thank you for being here. So if you didn't hear in the beginning, in about 20 minutes, hang out, stick around, because we're going to have a special live Monday, the 12th, which is this Monday coming up.
Yep.
At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But hang out. I'll announce it in 20 minutes. So this, I think you guys are going to want to see. Not that Grumpy isn't entertaining. He is very entertaining, and we all love Grumpy. But this is going to be cool. All right? So Monday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing a special live, and I want all of you guys to be there. And Electric Whittler's leaving, so he's not going to get a chance to hear the announcement.
Oh, have a good night, EW. Thank you for coming.
All right,
in.
EW. Cool. Rusty, you want to ask him a question?
Yeah. So, and this isn't like wood related or anything. Is there a certain food that you have a love-hate relationship with?
Everything that tastes good.
Yeah.
My body can't process grease anymore. And it's like everything that's good is greasy, because that's just where all the flavors at, So I have a love-hate relationship. I love some fried chicken, some greasy ribs, pulled pork, all that stuff, but my body does not.
I hear you.
So I would tell you a story about that, but I'm not going to embarrass myself anymore. But I understand that. I've been on a diet, and I've been working out, and I've really been trying to eat clean. The other night I went out with some guys from church and ended up having some chicken strips and fries, and it did not agree with me the next day. Did not agree with me the next day. So let's just say that. So what are you showing now?
Just some of the power carving that I used to do.
Oh, nice.
Because I do more than just the roach clips and all. It's just with my neck issues that I got, I get a little bit of neuropathy issues in my hands, and so I don't do as much power carving as I used to, because I'll lose control of the burr more often now, and then that just really frustrates me when I'm doing a piece, and so I don't do as much carving. When I do any power carving anymore, it's almost like when just when people do challenge pieces, because it's like I want to participate in the challenge, and so I'll try to push myself to get something done there. Other than that, I stay on the lathe.
Moyak, thank you for being here, and see you later. Thank you so much.
But this is a piece of cottonwood bark. These are cedar, pecan, and then I think that little guy's pecan. But it's all done with my Dremel.
Man, I love those. All right, so the wood spirit that is middle left. Yeah, that one. What kind of wood is that? And did you stain it like that? Because that is beautiful.
No, that's cedar. That's the sapwood, and then the dark wood, heartwood of the cedar. And then the same with this one. It's the same way.
Wow.
Let's see. Hold on. Here's another. Okay, I cedar is one of my favorites, and I acquired some of it. We had a hurricane come through one year, and a cemetery that was local had a lot of damage, and there were some older cedar trees there, and the caretaker limbed a bunch of it up and had it by the road. So I loaded up on some. But it's all cedar, and I got lucky. And the colors of the sapwood and all kind of flowed and worked with the piece.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I love cedar. I love working with cedar, and I've never found cedar that looks like that. Those are gorgeous. Oh my goodness. And I think Honeybee Handmaids is in here. I didn't see, but I see everybody saying hi, Honeybee. So let me scroll up and see.
But I got some more. Let me get these out of the way. These are the bigger pieces.
Cool. But, yeah, Honeybee Woodworks is in the house, everybody. Thank you for being here.
The just dry wood is the best to carve, and that was just some of the driest stuff I come across at the time. And I love the color and whatnot that you can get out of it. So,
I mean, how do you? Wow. I mean, I wish I could find wood like that, but the way it blends and the way you carved it, and the way it naturally colors, like the depth of the beard and the mustache and around the eyes, and the nose is perfectly like white, and then all that cedar behind it. Those are beautiful, man.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. But
Heck
yeah,
yeah.
that was a lot of the little ones. Those was right after my fusion with my neck, but then it was like right after my fusion with my neck I started getting more issues with my hands, and so
Right.
I don't carve as much like that anymore. I'm trying to get back to it. I've been doing a lot of the pyrography. When I was doing that's just giving me more control of my hands. Is what it is when I do hold on to stuff. If y'all notice me in my videos, every time I hold on, I'm white knuckling everything because I don't really know how tight I'm grabbing stuff. So I grab it super tight so I don't drop it. And then after doing that so long, that starts cramping up my arm, up into my shoulder, into my neck, and then I'm done for the day.
So
Or a few days.
Matthew asks, is that Eastern red cedar?
I don't know. It was all grown down here in Florida. I guess you might call it Eastern cedar, or some people would call it juniper. But in my mind, juniper is just the little shrubs and the bushes, and these were actual trees. You know, a good 40, 50 foot tall tree. You know, that had good limbs and all on it. And so that's why I call it cedar.
Where are you at in Florida?
Milton, Florida. Basically Pensacola, Florida. Everybody knows Pensacola when it comes to Florida. I'm like right beside Pensacola.
Okay.
Man, those are beautiful. And I've got to agree, it's got to be Eastern red cedar, because I've seen some really cool things made with Eastern red cedar, but I've never seen wood spirits come out so beautiful like that.
We've been camping down there at Big Lagoon State Park, I believe it's called, down there around Pensacola.
Right. Yeah.
Yep, it was beautiful.
Baby Kisses, did we say hi to you for being here? I can't remember saying hi to Baby Kisses.
Yeah, I don't think we did. Hey, Baby Kisses.
Oh, I might be getting some Eastern red cedar.
And then
awesome.
See, that's pecan, and then this is a piece of pecan. Let's see.
And Michael S., did I say hi to you?
I mean, it's
you said no, you didn't, so I assume I didn't.
Definitely gonna have to wear your dust mask carbonate, because it will. I don't know if I had that one up there or not. It will get to you after a while, to your sinuses, because it's very aromatic.
Yeah.
I love when I'm carving cedar, because when I go up north, there's a natural or a national forest up there that they logged, and they logged a lot of the cedar. And I will walk through and pick up the clippings of what's left and bring it home. And I love the smell of cedar when I'm carving it. And spruce. I love pine because it smells so good.
Is the pecan harder to carve? Is it a harder wood? Is it hard to carve?
Yes,
Okay.
For sure. Very, very tough.
Thank you, Michael S., for clearing that up. All right.
Yeah, the pecan, it's definitely tougher. Pecan, oak, they're real tough. Cedar it's a lot. So it's a hard wood. It'll hold detail good, but it's softer. It's hard to explain it, but that's why I like to carve it too, though, because it's like I don't carve that heavy handed, and it takes me a long time to carve on a piece. And then the harder the wood is, I kind of get discouraged. I squirrel out. It's hard for me to keep my image that I'm trying to do if I'm doing it out of my head, because it's that image will change so daggum much while I'm looking at it in my head, and then it's like I can't get it on the wood fast enough if it's too hard of wood, and then I get frustrated and lose my interest in the piece.
Yeah.
You know, Grumpy, I've got to say something. For future guests, I feel like you just set the bar tonight for future guests.
Yeah.
Because you have brought out so many fantastic items.
Yeah.
You have been soloed 75% of the time tonight. No one gets to see my beautiful face or Rusty's face because of all the beautiful things you've got. So future guests, bring show and tell items because this is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
So didn't I hear somebody talking about, and I don't remember who it was, making chess pieces,
right?
Because that one piece that you got there on the right side, yeah, that looks like a chess. I mean, that looks like that could be a chess piece, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, you could. This is also a piece of oak. This is Ray and Sandy from Ray and Sandy Woodworking sent me a small box of oak that had some small cutoffs that he made up, and this is another piece of that. And I did the captive rings on it.
Yeah, that's cool. That is very cool.
And Grumpy, Tracy is asking if you sell those clips, and how could she get a hold of you, because she has a friend that would like the blue clip. And thank goodness I read that whole thing, because when I skimmed through it, I thought she was buying it for her friend's baby.
Yeah.
So, but it's birthday gift.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I do. When I do them online, I'll get rid of them. Shipping anywhere in the States, and it's $40. That covers makes basically the clip $25 and then makes shipping $15. And I use the flat rate anywhere boxes, and you'll get a tracking number and all that stuff.
Grumpy, I gotta get you to switch to pirate shipping, buddy.
All right.
Oh,
I've heard a lot about it, but I haven't looked into it yet.
That piece right there, you could ship it for $6.
Yeah,
anywhere in the country.
Grumpy. So for those of you that may be police, or if the police are listening, don't listen anymore. Just for a couple minutes. Rusty and I used to ship full, unopened bottles of bourbon, multiple bottles of bourbon.
Yeah.
Full for like $10 using pirate ship.
There you go.
Yeah.
And if you pay an extra $3 or $4, they will even come and pick it up. So you don't have to go to the post office.
Yeah.
So pirate ship is definitely something for you guys to look into.
USPS, if it can fit in your mailbox, that's all you got to do is you print the label and stick it in your mailbox.
There you go.
But yeah,
I don't know if that's coming through on camera good, but most of my epoxy sticks, they'll glow under a UV light or black light after they charge up.
Sorry,
awesome. Yeah, you can tell it's glowing.
And then this is the old style that I used to do before I got my lathe. I'll turn my light back on in a minute, but that one, it glows too.
Wow, look at that. So I don't think Grumpy has a link yet to get them to buy them online.
No.
You can
email me. Yeah, you have to check my description. My email's in my description, and just send me an email and I can connect that way.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
Yeah, go to Grumpy's page. It's linked up at the top. Subscribe. Go to his description, and his email is in there. So you can email him and make arrangements on purchases.
Yeah. But before I got my lathe, I've done the roach clips before I ever got into power carving. I guess it was my style of power carving and I didn't know it. But I would take a stick or a split, it wouldn't even be a dowel rod at first. It would actually be like a split firewood piece or something, and I would take off with my sanding drum and just start shaping it down. And then I would roll it and get it somewhat symmetrical. And then I would go back with my Dremel, and then the little Dremel burrs that you could get, and it burred about like that's what did that little track through there. And then I would just sit there and do my swirls and swoops and stuff like that, and then I would stain them and then sand them back off so they would be two-toned and stuff, and then clear coat them. But yeah, I
Heck
graduated to the lathe and to the power carving.
Oh, just go to Matthew, just go to pirateship.com. Just go to pirateship.com and read it. You create you a free account. All you got to have is you got to have a scale, because you got to be able to weigh your package. You gotta have a printer so you can print out your label, and then you got to have a tape measure so you can put in the dimensions of your box. So you put your dimensions in, your weight in, and then it'll give you a calculation based on, you put the address in, and it'll give you how much it costs. You print the label out, pay for it, print the label out, and you're golden. I mean, you just, if it'll fit in your mailbox, you just stick it in so it uses only two USPS and UPS. That's the only two shippers that they use. UPS will come pick it up, but they charge for that. They charge extra to come to your house and pick it up.
Yeah, but the nice thing is, and I'm sorry to interrupt, Rusty.
Okay.
They will tell you. And for one, I always overestimate the shipping just a little bit. Just to make sure it's covered, it's not going to come back. But they will tell you who's cheaper.
Yeah.
Between UPS and the post office.
Yep.
So it's good. Try it out. And DK Wood Carving Tips, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
I just subscribed to your channel, so I appreciate you. Awesome. And if you want, you're a moderator, you can share your link in the comments.
Yeah, I mean, I sent a full bottle of bourbon. It was 3 pounds from here to Chicago. It was like $7.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I've always was paranoid whenever I would sell a stick, because I wouldn't want it to break on somebody. So I've never tried to go with the little envelope, the little bubble bags.
Right.
Yeah, so I've always put them in the smallest little flat rate bag box. I can put them in, most of them at an angle from corner to corner, and then I just bubble wrap the heck out of it, and then ball up paper all around it, and then tape it real good. But
oh yeah, we had creative ways of sending alcohol. When and Rusty can agree to this. So when you ship alcohol and the box moves, you can hear the slush of the bourbon inside the bottles. So I used to dump out macaroni into the box, so when they shook it, they would just hear the macaroni shaking.
Yeah.
Or I would throw packs of Tic Tacs in the box, so if they shook it, they would hear the Tic Tacs shaking and not the liquor.
Right, there you go.
I never did illegal stuff until I met Rusty.
Whoa. No.
Awesome. Well, Grumpy, pay attention to your email, because it sounds like you're getting a couple of emails coming your way, because people want a few of those.
Awesome. Just make sure when y'all do an email to me, just make sure, a lot of people, if they go to type it in, just have it when they do Laidback, they'll spell it BACK, and it's BAK.
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 I had to be a little different. That was my old gamer tag a long time ago, because it's like I said, I used to be really, really, really grumpy, and so I wanted to try to change myself to being laid back and calm and stuff. So I had the laid back gamer tag, and then I have a dragon tattoo on my shoulder, and he's, let's see, I don't know if y'all can see that or not.
Yeah,
no, you can't see it good.
Hold on.
Yeah, let him. There we go.
Oh, there we go. He's laid back smoking, so that's where the laid back kind of comes in.
Nice.
But that's where Grumpy's laid back and then carvings, you know. So
Awesome. All right. So we're going to go ahead and make the announcement real quick. It's going on 8 o'clock. We got about a half hour left. So Monday, the 12th, Rusty and I are going to do a special live. We've never gone live on Monday. We will still go live on Thursday, but Monday, for your viewing enjoyment, we have Rhinestone Suzanne and Amy Jo together for the first time on this live, and they will be carving together.
oh,
So,
that's gonna be a good one.
yes. So Monday at 7 o'clock, Rhinestone Suzanne and Amy Jo together on the same live carving. Now, it is not a competition.
Nope.
It's not a
performance.
competition.
It's a performance, like a rock star show.
There
Yep.
you go.
We have the queen of carvings that are going to be together on the same day carving. So be looking for that. That will be Monday. Look for the thumbnail. Rusty is doing up a cool intro for it. What time zone? Eastern Standard Time. So
Yeah.
7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. What is it? 6 o'clock Central? I don't know. But
You need to feed the dogs.
I can get them in just a bit, or you can if you want to.
All right. I hate to
So-
bail on y'all, but I got to go do beaver after dark.
Yep. That's at 9.
Is that at 9?
That's at 9.
Oh, okay, good. Never mind.
It's only 8.
Okay. I don't know. I get confused. I get confused back and forth on the damn time.
So yeah, Matthew says you're in trouble, Deland. Get them two together. No other channel could handle this task. Me and Rusty, we have security coming in. Now here's the thing.
Yeah.
We were gonna charge $10 a person for the link to see this event. All right.
But I talked DeLann out of it. So you know.
Yes,
like,
Rusty talked me out of it. This was going to be a whole pay-per-view event. Rhinestone Suzanne, I'm kind of going to bust on you for a minute. No farting during the live, DeLand. Well, we're going to see. When I asked Suzanne for pictures for the thumbnail, she charged, it's costing me so much to put this on. She charged me $250
Holy cow.
for 4 pictures, and I only used one of them.
Man.
I only used one of them. So, yes. So spread the word. Tell your friends about it. Yes. $50 per pick. $50 per pick. So
Anyway.
I'm broke. I am broke. I had to pay up. I had to pony up. I had to give the money, or else I was not going to have a good thumbnail. So awesome. Yeah. Share it. Tell everybody about it. Let's get as many people there as we can to watch these 2 amazing ladies carve. Awesome. Okay. Now back to Grumpy. Sorry, Grumpy.
That's gonna be a good show for sure.
That is going to be a fantastic show.
And I got work I got to do. I got to finish. I started on this intro. I ain't even finished with it yet. I got all weekend. I got to get this thing done.
Yeah, and it's from what I've seen of the intro so far, it's pretty cool. I like the thumbnail that's been done for it. Rusty likes it.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a good event. We're gonna have, while they're carving, Rusty and I are gonna have some conversation, some fun, and stuff going on in the background. Because when Amy Jo and Suzanne carve, when they get into it, they concentrate. So we're not
Yeah.
going to bother him that much, but
Yeah,
we will be your entertainment.
Yeah, we got some rules. You can't bring no outside coolers. Can't bring no outside coolers. You can only
No
buy
alcohol. No
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah, no
And
alcohol.
no photography is allowed. So while they're carving, you're
Yeah,
not
no.
allowed. You are not allowed to take pictures.
Oh, yeah, no flash photography anyway. I mean,
Yep.
But
Wait.
Grumpy-
Who's
yeah,
sending
Grumpy-
pictures?
I
I
don't
can't.
know.
I'm broke. Oh, Melissa said she's going to send me some pictures for $50.
There
I'm
you
broke. You got to give me until next month.
I'm
because
Central Time Zone is my time
Suzanne
zone.
tapped me out. Suzanne tapped me out.
Yeah, Grumpy is Eastern. Or wait, no, you're
I'm
you're Central. Yeah, you're Central.
Yeah, I'm Central.
And Michael S. said he'll be the bouncer. Good, because we're going to need some crowd control.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to need crowd control.
Yeah, no outside coolers, Runic. No outside coolers.
Awesome. All right. You got a question to ask Grumpy, or you want me to?
No, go ahead.
All right, let me bring my list up. Okay, so I think this is a good one. And you may have already touched on this, but and you kind of have, but I'm like to hear your explanation. So your personality on camera, although I mean you're hardly on camera because you're focused on what you're doing, but how much of your personality on camera is truly you off camera?
That's you get what you get. That's nothing scripted. I don't write nothing down. If you watch, maybe if you go back to like my very first video and then catch like my latest video, it might even be a little more goofier than what I used to be because I'm getting more relaxed. So I am being more myself. But I always joke that I'm batshit crazy. And then I got a Ray and a JoJo, and Ray I guess would be the old Grumpy, because that would be my get angry personality, and then JoJo's the sensitive guy that's going to be in the corner crying, and if you make JoJo mad, Ray's going to come out. But I mean, no, you get me. I mean, that's me on the videos. I don't try to hide nothing. I mean, I get in there. You might catch me crying one morning in a video or something, or you might catch me on a light vent. But yeah, that's 100% me.
And I want to say hi to My Honey's Handmade. My Honey's Handmade is here. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. Awesome. All right. So maybe I don't want to do this. I'm going to do it. So when I talk to myself, sometimes I'm very happy that I answer myself because at least I know somebody's there. Do you ever find those situations to where when you're talking to yourself, nobody answers?
Oh no, see that's Grup. Well, if I'm talking to myself, I have 3 or 4 people answering me. I'm walking around talking to my dogs and everything like they're gonna talk back to me and everything. And then when they look at me, I'm like, I know, I'm getting it. Come on, let's go.
Nice.
That's like I say, that's a batshit crazy.
Awesome. Real quick, we got about 20 minutes left. Besides Monday, obviously we've talked about it. Rhinestone Suzanne and Amy Jo will have a special live Monday. But next Thursday, we have Tim List Creations coming on to hang out with us, which is exciting. Tim just did. He started doing his first live. He actually did a live with Amy Jo that went really well. I was able to catch part of it and I watched it. He did really good. So next Thursday, excuse me, come back and check out Tim List. He's very loved in the community and he's an awesome guy. So think about that for next Thursday. And then the Thursday after that, I believe, we have Amy Jo coming on. So we really have guests all the way up through the end of January. and we're looking at getting guests scheduled for February. So we're really trying to keep with that smaller guests like we talked about, and we're being more proactive at getting people scheduled. I'm excited for the fact that we're already booked into February, so that's pretty cool. All right. What is one tool you think every DIYer should own? Or in your case, what is one tool if somebody wanted to get into carving like you do? Obviously it's going to be the lathe, because you need the lathe to do turning. But what is a tool that you use or you think people should use that would make turning easier?
I guess to make turning easier, maybe a bandsaw for wood turners. That way you can kind of resaw some of your own wood, get some material prepared to turn. But I think just in woodworking in general, of course, it would be a rotary tool of some sorts, like a Dremel or whatnot. But then I would put a wood burner. I would recommend a wood burner to almost anybody that's trying to do wood carving of any sorts, because it's so you can use it for so many different things. It's crazy. But yeah.
And I mean, some of you guys. So I kind of feel special because I see him on so many other lives, but can we please say hello and welcome to the pizza delivery under 30 minutes guy? Because this is the first time he's been in my chat, and I've seen him in many other chats. So thank you for being here, pizza delivery under 30 minutes.
Yep, and just like Rhinestone Suzanne is pointing out, you're late, delivery guy, so the pizza is now free.
Yes.
So
Free for everybody. There you go.
Awesome.
But so when are you most creative, or when is your most productive time? Is it morning time?
Early morning.
Early morning.
Yeah, because it's with my back and my neck issues and stuff, and then when I'm doing anything, just with my neck reaching out in front of me, extending my arms, that pulls on my neck and my shoulders, and then so when I'm doing my lathe, I'm reached out a little bit, but I'm on top of it, kind of close, but. Yeah, just early morning, because I'm not as stoked up, because it's regardless what I'm doing, just sitting here in the chair, that puts pressure on me. So I'm an up and down person. So it's like once I start hurting so much, I start pacing a lot. And then so yeah, I'm not as sore. I guess my pain levels stay on pretty high on a regular. So just they're not as bad first thing in the morning. I'm a morning person. I can't sleep that late as it is, because the longer I stay in bed, the more I hurt. So it's like when I'm first up, give me about 30 minutes to loosen up a little bit from sleeping, and then that's my golden hour, about 3 hours after I wake up, and then it starts to really set in.
It amazes me. I'm gonna speak on that in 1 second, but DK, I just subscribed to you, so I will be checking out your channel and your lives. So, thank you for being here, because I wouldn't have subscribed if I didn't know. But I will definitely be checking out your lives. But speaking of grumpy, I am up almost every day by 5:30, 6 o'clock my time. Now, learning that Grumpy is an hour behind me really makes me have mad respect for him, because at 6:30 my time, when he goes live, that means he's in the shop turning at 5:30 in the morning, roundabout, give or take. And that is awesome, because there's days I wake up and I come out to the shop, piddle around at like 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. But to think about having steady hands, using the lathe, and turning that early, that is awesome. That is awesome.
Let's see. If money wasn't a factor, what would you do with your time?
If money wasn't a factor, what would I do with my time?
Yeah.
I guess it would be, I would try to get out in the community more if I could get past my anxieties. Definitely would want to help out more. You know, I don't know how I would do it. And I would like to have a lathe class or just any kind of class like that. I'm no pro by no means and don't know what I'm doing at all, but I like to learn and like to try to figure it out. And if there was people around that wanted to learn, I would love to try to get in the middle of that with them. You know, yeah, I guess just being more productive and uplifting to people. You know, that's basically what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where did you grow up?
Right here in Florida. I was born and raised in Milton and Pensacola.
See you later, Melissa. Thank you for being here.
So how old are you?
49. Just turned 49 in December.
49. So that's what, you're 70, 75?
76.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So Nini and Pops, there are, I mean, on top of Grumpy, there are a ton. He goes, I'm just starting my turning journey, and chat, wow, could use a lot of help.
Yeah.
So along with Grumpy, there's a lot of great
I'm fixing to start my turning journey as well as soon as I get my shop stuff set up.
In this community. So just hang out and start liking some channels. I know Steve from My Honey's Handmade, he does some really awesome work. 77 Rockets does some awesome work. Johnny's Lathe does some awesome work. And I'm just throwing names at the top of my head. So if you can think of somebody else, think of somebody else. So yeah, stick around and like the channels. And you know, I'm sure you will learn fast. The shoops, woodturning.
I mean, they're doing awesome because they just started their turning adventure in what, July?
Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't been very long.
Yep. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I want to make bowls and cups and stuff. I just, you know, and then like do stuff to the outside of them, like Suzanne did on that one vase that she just did. That was freaking awesome. I'd love to do that.
That's my goal is I have a few more little tools that I need to acquire in the shop, but once I do, I definitely want to upgrade my lathe because I want to step into the I love the epoxy. I'm just I like turning wood in the natural grains of wood, but with the epoxy, there's so many colors and so much you can do with it. And I'm just itching to get into turning the vases and the bowls with the stabilized wood and the different, you know, the different colors, and then hollowing it out and then putting like lights on the inside. That's what I'm itching to get into. I have to get a bigger lathe to start all that.
And Big Dog Woodworking. Yep. And he knows a little bit about turning. I can't remember everybody's channels and what everybody does, but yes. You guys put your channels in chat. And if people want to subscribe, they can. Nini and Pops, put your channel in because hopefully you're going to be one of the guests coming up in February. We're still waiting for an email response. Yes. But definitely put your channels in. And Tracy says she wants to learn how to epoxy. Epoxy would be cool. I do want to do some epoxy work. I want to learn that.
It's messy, but I mean, it's no different than your sawdust and your wood shavings going everywhere. But it's just the epoxy gets almost like a static clean. So the epoxy will go everywhere, but a lot of it'll stick to your hands and kind of cling to your tools a little bit. It's weird, but I don't know. I love it.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. I will respond to that a little bit later or tomorrow, because by the time I get done, with the live, it's pretty much my bedtime. So if I don't respond tonight, I'll respond to tomorrow. So we've got about 10 minutes left. Would anybody want to ask Grumpy any questions before we end the live? If you do, throw them in the chat and tag Rusty or myself so we can get them. And I will open it up to you, Grumpy. Is there any questions that you would like to ask Rusty or myself?
No, I just I enjoy what y'all do. I really like watching the show and how you set up everything for the channels to come in and help grow the community. But other than that, there's nearly no questions. I just want y'all to keep doing what you're doing because it's awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And I'm not sure who he's talking to, but Big Dog Woodworking says, "What lathe you getting? I might have some parts." Oh, for you, Rusty. Okay.
Oh, cool. I've got a jet. I'm not sure. I have to go look at the. I forget. It was a. I got a really good deal on it from DIY Joe. I mean, I absolutely know nothing about this thing. I mean, so I am learning from zero, completely from zero. But it's not a huge jet. It's like a 22. I think it's a 2260 or something like that. I don't know. I got to go look at it. I mean, I can run out I got it set it's on my front porch right now, covered up because I don't have a spot for it yet in my shed. I'm trying to get all that figured out. And
Matt, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Matt. Awesome. So yeah. Let's see. I think it was Runic said that you did awesome tonight. Yes.
Thank you.
You did.
Thank you, everybody.
You did really good. And like I said, you're a lot prettier than I thought you were. So, and that beard just, I'm jealous.
I mean, if there was anybody that was born to play Santa Claus and make some money, I mean, you could do it, man. I'm telling you.
There you go. I just don't got nothing up here. I'd have to wear a wig for this.
You know what? A lot of the Santas that I seen, they didn't have any hair up there, but they wearing the cap anyway. So
there you go.
Reimer is blue. I've already made him a moderator, so he should be able to share his channel.
Good deal. Cool.
Good deal.
Raja, brother, thank you for being here.
Yeah, Raja, hardest working man on the internet right there. Holy cow, that guy cranks out some stuff.
Raja, yes, sir. Raja is a wood turning machine. I watch it, and it's crazy. The first time I watched his channel, he's turning away, and all of a sudden he looks up at the camera and he's still turning away. And I'm like, check him out. He is a wood turning machine. And then
he's not even
check out his shorts. He has a lot of small spindle works in his shorts and everything, and he does some awesome pieces.
Yeah, what's crazy about Raja is, like you said, he's looking away at the camera and he's talking to you. And one time, I swear to God, this is what Raja does. Raja will look and be like, "Thank you for the likes."
Yeah.
But while his hands are up here, he's still turning. The blade is still cutting. He's like the Mr. Miyagi of lathe turners.
That's it. I always tell him he's a wood turning machine. I love watching
him. Grumpy, love your channel and your work.
Yeah, I got to catch some morning. See, I'm leaving like early to go to work. But if you're going to be on the weekends, I will definitely try, because I'm up. I'm telling you, I'm up probably 2, 3, 4 o'clock every day, in the morning.
Right.
That's just how I sleep. I don't, I sleep in like 3 and 4 hour stretches, you know, and then sometimes it's an hour stretch. I've never been much of a sleeper.
I used to be like that. I was a real bad night owl, and then with my back, you know, I can't lay in the bed that long, and it starts
Yeah.
hurting me more. So I was up, you know, and then I have sleep apnea real bad. You know, I just started sleeping with a machine about almost 2 years ago, and so yeah, my sleep. Once I got on that machine, now that's helped me with my sleep. But
That's what I hear. I probably need one.
I sleep with a CPAP machine, and I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. And
thank
the
you,
thing
big dog.
is, I have the one with the mask that covers your nose and your mouth, so it basically covers like right here
Right?
the whole night. And I love it. I've had it for a few years now. I sleep so much better. But the thing is, and maybe you understand this, I sleep so good that when I wake up, I'm up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
And
It don't take a lot to recharge. Like I said, I would go, you know, on 3 or 4 hours sleep, but then when I got on my machine and started actually trying to make myself get like 7 hours of sleep or so, once I went to sleep and woke up, it's like you know, that's it. I set my alarm for 4:30 in the morning, and then 4:45, my foot's on the ground. I'm awake. I really don't need my coffee. I don't start drinking my coffee until I start the show. You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
but
And I want to scroll up in something because Big Dog said something that I want you to hear. Grumpy, you're the man. We're here for you, brother. If you need some info, email me. And
Yeah.
yes, Big Dog, I told him.
Big Dog, I'm pretty sure I have your email, but if you want, just here, I'll put it in realprofrusty@gmail.
I will. I saw that.
Com.
I'm subscribed to your channel and stuff too, big dog.
And before we leave,
just send me another quick hit there, Big Dog. I think I got it, but I don't know, man. I haven't even looked at my freaking email this week. I've probably got stuff I need to look at. I don't know.
Professor Rusty is at 208 subscribers.
Nice.
That is criminal.
No, I don't. I know I need to put out more stuff. I'm just so terrible at it. Jesus.
We need to get Rusty some subscribers. So 2 things. Subscribe to all the links that are in chat. Subscribe to Grumpy and subscribe to Rusty because he's going to be putting stuff out.
I have the same thing that Grumpy was talking about. I have this anxiety thing, and when I go live, I go blank, you know, or if I try to do something, I try to record something, it's just like, I don't know. I get into I just go blank. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I gotta work on it.
Gotcha.
Just start doing just like for your videos, instead of trying to edit or anything, just do what you do in the shop. You know, just throw the camera on and just get with it. And then you just remember you're on camera and just talk to them every now and then.
Right. Thanks, Miss Francis. Whatever.
You'll be good at doing it once you got in it. You do these shows just as good. I mean, you do good doing these lives here, and also, I mean,
yeah, I know.
Sometimes I get like that. I'll get in my zone when I'm turning and stuff like that, and I'll quit talking to chat. You know, that's why I worked so hard to try to get my background music going, so there would be, you know, be something besides just a noisy tool and me not talking, because I was afraid that I wasn't going to talk at all.
Right.
But I'm the worst now. It's like I label the lives as early morning lives, spinning wood or whatever, and lots of babble.
And seeing that's funny because there's sometimes where I talk too much in my videos and I forget that I'm making something.
Right.
And when I edit, I cut out some really good stuff because I just don't shut up. But anyways, all right. Grumpy, don't leave. We're going to hang out backstage for a few minutes. I want to say thank you to everybody for being here tonight. Thank you for giving Grumpy some love. And
Yes, thank you.
if you are interested in purchasing anything from Grumpy, please send him an email. Or you fart. Who farted? Who's going to fart? I'm not farting tonight. We're good. But yes, thank you. Rusty, do you have anything you want to say before we go?
I'm good. Thanks for joining us, Grumpy. Awesome to get to see you.
Not a
Grumpy,
problem.
you got
Thank
anything you
for
want to say?
inviting me. Just thank you for inviting me, and thank you to the community and everybody that showed up. I greatly appreciate all the support.
Awesome. And don't forget, Monday, the 12th, 7 o'clock, Rhinestone Suzanne, Amy Jo, Carving here on this channel. You're going to see posts about it. You're going to see thumbnails. You're going to see everything. Share it. Get the word out. Let's make them nervous with all the people that's going to be here. Awesome. Thursday, Timless Creations is going to be on. And then the following Thursday, Amy Jo will be on. So thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. And thank you guys again
Yes.
for being here.
All right. We'll see y'all Monday. And
We are out.
We are out.